Guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm guessing you're wondering where I've been for the last, what, 3 months? Well, after doing the bikes for so long, I decided to take this summer out and just enjoy what I've been up to. So let's catch up with what I've been up to. Well, what I've been up to is just enjoying the summer. What is it, 3 years I've been at this, doing these XLs. And I just decided, knock it on the head and enjoy the bikes. And that's exactly what I've done. I've been doing a few auto jumbles, looking for parts, and I've come across a fair few bits. Up there, we picked up another tank, which Bill's kindly prepped and done. Up there somewhere, there's another tank, all done, ready for colour. And what else have I got? Boxes of bits. I've managed to pick up genuine switch, which will be fitting today. Another switch, which will be fitting today, hopefully. In here, an auto jumble, load of 125 parts. Down there, airbox, all sorts of stuff. The inner mud guards for the back, carburettor, loads of stuff. xl250 500 wheel. Well, that's the one that was in the bike that we had from Huggy's Speed Shop, the one with no front end. It got no speedo drive in it. Well, I've managed to pick up the speedo drive, but not only that, I had the wheel as well. There we go. Another wheel with a really good tyre I managed to pick up. What else have we got? Just say, another 250 tank. Pick that up as well. An auto jumble. Down there is the front end for an XL500, which a gentleman come up to me at one of the bike rallies, said, "You know, I've done this stuff, would I be interested?" Well, yeah, I was, because I managed to pick the forks, complete forks up, the front wheel that's in the 250. What else we got? Down here is the back wheel out of it. The guy didn't need none of this stuff. What else we got? Brush guard for it, we had that. Another airbox for 250 or 500. Numerous other bits in there. There's a 500 carburettor as well. Side panels. So we've got loads of bits which will come in useful one day, hopefully. Up the top there, back mud guards. Picked a few of them up as well. All useful stuff, all good stock. What else we had? There's 2 or 3 other bikes I've done which aren't XLs. We've done a CR60, which is a really rare bike. I've picked up a pit bike, done that, and a CBF 125, which wasn't really appropriate for this channel, but I have been busy. Sandblaster, picked a brand new sandblaster up out of the paper, bargain, £50. So that'll come in at some point as we do the restorations. What else we got? Oh, some mirrors up there. Yeah, loads of bits that'll come in. Anyway, today's job I'd like to get done. I've been running this one as my main bike, as my go-to. It's the 250 that was the one with no front ending and the knackered up cam chain. Well, it's been a cracking bike, but I've got electrical issues come on it again. That when you put your brakes on, the headlight goes out, things like that. So, what we're going to do, this switch here, let me come round. This switch we bodged together, that we managed to get to work, is finally packed up. So we've got a new one of them that come out with all the XL500 stuff. So we'll swap that. This Chinese switch works, but now I've got a genuine one. We'll have that off and put that on. We have a working speedo now, since we put that other front wheel in. So, but that's been a cracking bike, it goes well. I think we'll start by, as you do, headlight out and get on with this spaghetti. Start swapping. Yeah, I might put some new handlebars on as well. These are slightly bent. I managed to pick up some more bars from the Auto Jumble. I had 2 sets of these, £5 each, so they can go on. Tommy's nicked a set of the other ones I had. Yeah, we have been busy, but nothing that probably interests you so much, unless you are interested in what I'm messing with. Oh yeah, swinging arm for an XL500, that come with the bits. Picked all the XL500 bits up for £150, which was an absolute bargain. Thank you, Ian, I appreciate it. Right, what else? That much stuff gone on. Anyway, let's get on with some work. Right, let's drag this in and start. Okay, let's start with a few cock-ups I made. Right, brake cable comes up, goes through this one here. Well, it shouldn't. It should go through this one, and this one should have the speedo going through it. So first job, we'll get this one out of here and get it put into the correct one, and get the speedo into the correct hole. We'll start by doing that. So let me get some tools out and get on with it. Okay guys, we've done that. We've run that correct. Swapped it all about. But there, where that hole is here, is supposed to be a bracket that holds the cable away from going into the wheel, a speedo drive. Well, I haven't got one of them, so I've got that, which is probably off a 125 or something like that, that's just sitting around on the shelf, not being used. If you can see on that 500 there, that's what's supposed to be on it, to hold the speedo cable out of the way of the wheel. Well, this one, it's not the right one, but I can make it work. If I cut it here, then that I can bolt onto that hole, and that should do the job. So that's what I'm going to do. A bodge, but it'll be a good enough bodge. Right, let me cut it off, cut the bolt down. Let's see if we can get that fitted. So you can see my problem with this one. That'll be perfect like that, but it's too long. So if I trim that there, trim that bolt down so it fits in there snug, I reckon that'll do the job. So let's get on with it. Right, had the saw out, sawed that bit off, put that on like that, left it slightly long here so that will sit on the fork. That way it can't be knocked down, it can only go upwards, which will take it away from the wheel. So what I've got to do now, cut this bolt down to size, and that should do the job. This bracket has been sitting on the shelf probably a couple of years, never used, so I might as well make use of it, make this bike a little bit safer. So I'm going to crack on, cut this down to the right size. I think that'll be job done. Right guys, this is how I cut my bolts down and stuff. I'll put 2 nuts on, lock them so they're locked together, then I can cut straight down there with the hacksaw, and when you wind these off it actually keeps the thread on them, because if I just tried to cut straight down there it won't be straight, and you sometimes knacker the threads up on it. So this is the way I do it. Right, I'm going to saw that off now. Right, sawed it off, turned it round, put it back in the vise, and should be able to wind them off now. And kept the threads, so it should go straight in the hole. That, no messing. There you go. Job done. Let's get it in the forks. And there we go. That'll do the job nicely. That's solid. That ain't going nowhere. Good bodge. And I ain't telling no one if you ain't telling no one, because I don't think anybody would really notice. That's good enough for me. Right, let's crack on with what we started out to do and got distracted with other little jobs. Right, let's have this headlight out and start taking switches off. Right guys, been at it for an hour or more, realised this switch is not the right one that I've got. All that does is the kill switch. This is not connected to anything to do with the lights. So, trying to remember what happened 3 months ago or whatever when we built this. Anyway, the other switch will fit. Been messing around in here, because if you remember, this one, the wiring was chopped all over the place. We had to make stuff up. Right, I've got this switch now sort of connected up. It's got a wire broken on it. Just give me a second. Got a broken wire here, which I'm going to have to put a new end on. The switch that's on the handlebars, I've disconnected now. I'm going to have to feed that back through, take that off. Wired it up, run the bike, it works. It's just this wire has to connect into somewhere in here. There's a brown somewhere. Oh, yeah, does me head in. Wiring, God love it. I think it connects into this brown here. No, brown and black somewhere in here. Somewhere in there, amongst that lot. It picks up the live from the black and the brown feed to work the actual headlight. I'll show you once I've sussed it out. First thing I've got to do, solder a new end on that. And I think we're nearly there then once I've got that done. But I'm looking for this, it has to plug into that brown there with the black. The stripe, that's a feed. So that's what that blue and white one will go into there. And that'll bring the headlights on. Right, let me crack on with that. Let me get this soldered up and stuff. So, what have we done? got the switch on, rewired it back through. We've connected up in the headlight now. Soldered the new piece on, that's that wire there, into the brown and white feed, which is connected to the black feed anyway, further down. So we'll try and get all this spaghetti back in here and fire up and see if it works. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do the handlebars today, as I'm running out of time. It's a nice day and I'd like to get out and have a ride. So let's just get this back together for now. Right, it's back together. We do have headlight. It is working. Flick the switch. There you go. So we've got that working on the genuine switch now. So we're happy with that. We still have an earth, hang on, let me turn it off. We still have an earth problem somewhere, which is going to have to be for another day. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and welcome to the new subscribers, and we'll crack on with other jobs on this later on in the week. I'm Dan, I'm gone.